Hey everyone, welcome to the Massive Mindset Shift. And today we're doing a quick interview with one of my students who just completed the Massive Mindset Shift just over a month ago. It was the Massive Mindset Shift Intensive, where it included one-on-one personal coaching with me. So I'd like to introduce to all of you Melanie Booth. Melanie, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you enjoyed this program. So let's start off. What were the issues you were dealing with that prompted you to find me? How did you find me? Tell us all about that.
Well, I'll tell you, it was just meant to be to start with. I ran across your Facebook page on my Facebook, and I started following you. And that was probably January, actually. So I followed you for several months before I actually, took on this program. But I was diagnosed with PTSD in January after a really long, hard year. And, I didn't want to take any medications. I just came off medications for anxiety. And I've been struggling. And I ran across your program in your Facebook page, and I thought, I'm gonna give this a shot.
Okay.
And it was the best thing I've ever did for myself, ever.
Awesome. Oh, that's so great to hear. So what were the top 3 things that you learned or took away from this program?
Oh my goodness. As weird and corny as this sounds, I learned and I accept that I am perfect just the way I am. And that was probably my biggest flaw. Looking at myself, was that I didn't accept, myself. And I learned to be kind and gentle to myself as I am to others. And that helped tremendously. And I've learned to control my anxiety through the tools that I learned in this program.
All right.
They were such valuable tools.
Awesome. And how did that help with your PTSD?
Oh. It has taken me from a continuous open flight or fight response to where, that's never on. If I even feel it coming on, I can control that with breathing techniques and the other, lots of other tools that I use or learned.
Nice.
It's amazing. It really is amazing.
Awesome. So would you say that whole scenario is under control? The PTSD is under control?
It is. And I'm really proud of myself.
I am so proud of you because you did the work. There's no magic. There's no magic wand that I can wave. I can only be your guide on the journey.
That is true. And you have to really dedicate yourself. There were days where I thought, oh my goodness, am I going to be able to do this? But I thought, I'm worth it. And I really was worth it. And I did that work. And I learned so much about myself and others and how they affect me and how I look. It's just amazing. Truly.
Awesome. So at what point in the program did you feel like a genuine shift in your mindset? Explain what that experience was and what some of your aha moments were.
I balked a little at some of the techniques. I slacked a little bit in the beginning with journaling, and that journaling helped me out so greatly. And the minute I realized that I was in control of my emotions was life-changing. And it was just how I looked at something by balancing out, by actually writing out the issues that I had with myself. And it just really allowed me to take a deep look at myself and accept myself.
Right.
And it's amazing.
Awesome. So give an overall, give us an overview of your experience with working with me. What was that like?
Well, I know I've said it before, but just the similarities that we have. You have an amazing personality, and I just feel a connection with you because you're so open, and you've always been there every time I needed you, right there, and that it makes a huge difference when you have somebody to believe in you. And you believed in me, And I was like, it really does it makes a huge difference. And I will forever forget that.
Oh, I'm so happy about that. It does. It makes a huge difference versus just getting a book and reading it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's where I struggled myself, going through these changes, because that's what I did. I read book after book after book and did online courses, and even going to like a seminar or a workshop, it's not one-on-one. It's not personal.
Yeah.
And you're in a class with, 20, 30 other people. The only time I really had one-on-one was when I went to a Buddhist monastery, and that was still part of a retreat, and you'd get a little bit, like maybe one session with somebody versus this 3-month, 12-week intensive program.
Those monthly sessions or those weekly sessions were amazing, and they kept me on track and they held me accountable. And sometimes I needed that.
Yeah.
So it was really good. It was so worthwhile.
Right. And what did you think about the value of the investment?
Without a doubt, that was the best investment I've ever made in myself or anything else, because it's going to allow me to live the life I want to live now. And the value is infinite, really. I mean, it truly is infinite.
Okay.
It's not just worth
not even 10 times it, 20 times worth it.
Seriously, because I can use this forever.
Yeah.
And I'm just so proud.
Oh, thank you. And I'm so proud of you. I really can't say it more. When you first started, you were a little reluctant. I do remember that. But you did come to me, and you were like, I don't know how this is going to work. But before you knew it, I'd say that midway point, which I find is a turning point with, other clients as well, that midway point, all of a sudden, everyone comes out of their shell. And so did you. And, you were dealing with a bunch of things, personally through the whole program. And you started to learn how to handle every situation that came up. And it was fabulous.
If you knew what we've been facing this past week, I mean, every day, and that's real life.
Yes.
And, I had got so overwhelmed with everything in my life. I had lost myself there for a little bit. And this program helped me get myself back a better version, the best version yet. And I keep all this, and will keep it forever. And just, refer to it if I need to. But those techniques and just the confidence that I've built back up in myself with this program, it's priceless. I mean, it truly is. My family notices the difference. Amazing.
Awesome. And how did that affect, like, what part of your family, who was involved, and who has noticed the difference in you, and what was their reaction?
Every single one of my family members, seriously, and they're so proud because, I got to a really low point there back in the winter, and the turnaround is just amazing.
Awesome.
Absolutely amazing.
Awesome. So with all that being said, the value being priceless and unable to put a value on it, who else would you think could benefit from this program?
I was just talking to my family earlier, and I know this sounds crazy, but really and truly, if insurance companies would offer this as an alternative to anxiety meds for some of their patients, because I personally cannot take medication for anxiety. It just doesn't agree with my body. Anybody that has anxiety, depression, PTSD, just lacks self-confidence, oh my goodness.
That's huge. That is huge. And that means so much to me, that you're saying that the value is priceless. Everyone
it really
can benefit from it, and that really means the world to me. And I am so grateful that you found me and allowed me to be your guide on this journey.
Oh, I am grateful for you. I'm so grateful that my path was directed right to you.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking your time out this evening to tell everybody about your experience. And I'm sure we will be continuing to work together in the future. And if anybody has any questions, there's other testimonials on my website. You can feel free to reach out to me, message me directly. If you'd like to be put in touch with any of my clients, a lot of them are open to speaking one-on-one with individuals. And I look forward to working with all of you and being a guide while you're on this journey to conquer stress, anxiety, and depression naturally. Love and light to all of you. Melanie, thanks again. Good night.